Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto Report. I am Crypto Kip, and today we are getting a move up because we had some inflation data come out. Now, I had somebody asking me about that inflation data yesterday, and frankly, I was not feeling very bullish about it because of the Fed minutes, because of just the overall sentiment we've been getting about inflation, and that's the game of it, right? The mainstream media will get you every now and again. And guys, I'm not telling you that the dump is canceled, and I'm not telling you that we're about to pump. I am truly at a moment of indecision right now, and I want to share with you guys why. And perhaps you saw in my videos yesterday, I guess you could call it slightly bearish, but also saying that, hey, this is a gift. This is a buying opportunity. I was able to do a live stream for you guys from my car because I had a very busy day yesterday, but I am back in the studio today, which is fantastic. I love to be back in the studio. So we got to get through some of the breaking crypto news, and I just want to do some expectation setting into this new year, into the month of February coming up. We're half a month in here. We got half a month left, and in just 6 short days, we are going to have a pro-crypto president in power as the head of the United States government. And guys, there could be some executive orders coming with that. And so putting that together with CPI, optimism for CPI, PPI was looking better than expectations, which is why we're getting a pump today. We're getting a pump for the crypto market. We're getting a pump for the traditional market a little bit. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself here saying we're just going to absolutely explode. This is a very dangerous time still, in my opinion, for for a long trade, for a short trade. You could argue that there's a long trade here. Maybe we're going to rally into FOMC, into Inauguration Day. But you could argue that we're going to maybe reject off 100K and dance around this level until we actually see some executive orders that have a large impact on the crypto space. Shout out to the chat today. We got Cryogenics in the chat. Clear as beef, Mr. Beefy. We've got Mr. Chore. We've got, who else we got? We got Papa. We got Vlad, Myron, Marson, and the gang in the chat. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Cryo said, you can tell after the first minute of a stream whether Kip has had 1 or 2 cups of coffee. And I want you to get Cryo. You said you could tell after a minute. What do you think today? What do you think? Did I have 1 or did I have 2 cups of coffee? I want to know what you think. And I will tell you the answer. But you let me know what you think in those comments down below. So yes, Bitcoin is up back above 96K after yesterday being below 90K. That is a crazy move to the upside, a 7% move from that wick to where we're at right now. But are we going to continue up? My gut says I think we still could come lower. I'd feel like we could have a more a healthier pump, a longer lasting pump if we had a little bit more spill off because Bitcoin wicked below 90K, but mainly because of this total market cap thing that I'm harping on you guys. And I talked about it without charts yesterday, but just take a look at it today. We got really close. Actually, I was telling you guys in the car, I thought it got down to below 3 trillion. It actually got to 3.02. So it didn't even get below 3 trillion. We might even see a wick below 3 trillion. There's a real world, guys, where maybe that's it. Maybe we are going to pump into inauguration because if you really think about it, you do have a future president who's going to do the strategic reserve. The executive orders are coming. That's happening in 6 days. Buy the rumor, sell the news is a thing. Well, people could be buying the rumor, and if the news is very bullish, they might buy the news, guys. They might buy the news if the news is bullish enough, like our spot Bitcoin ETFs were, as I was discussing with you guys yesterday. So I do have some news stories that I want to share with you. First of all, note that on the daily time frame, we actually had S&P 500 end the day green yesterday, believe it or not. So after all the fear yesterday, we ended the day green for the S&P 500. And we've just generally kind of got things coming up today. Coinbase was up a little bit higher earlier today. MicroStrategies is up. We've got a couple coins. I mean, I don't even know what these are, but DJT, the Don Media and Technology Group, is down actually after a huge pump yesterday because there was rumors that he was going to come out with pro-crypto executive orders. People are talking about that in a very bullish way. Let's look at kind of our top gainers, top losers, look at the breaking news for the day, and kind of go through what's happening. And Cryo says only one so far, and Papa says 1 cup. The answer is 1 cup, guys. I'm very tired today. I don't know what it is. I'm exhausted today. So I'm going to try to keep it high energy for you, but I have 1 cup. I didn't have time for 2 cups. I didn't want to do 2 cups. 2 cups can be a dangerous game sometimes. So I'm going to try to keep the energy high for you, but 1 cup today. Yes, Cryo was right. Cryo was right. And I don't really have a tremendous amount of news, and Mr. Beefy's upset. I know. That's it. That's just it. It's an espresso, so it's very strong. You know, boy, it's very strong. But Bitcoin is back to 96. Again, a nice 7% move from our low yesterday, showing 4% up to date. Dogecoin's up a whopping 10%, actually moving quite a bit higher right now, which is pretty neat. What is the big gainer for the day? Fartcoin, up 28%. I don't want to show you the other coin that's associated with Fartcoin, the Fartcoin meta, if you will. Guys, B-hole coin, okay? Have you seen this? Jeez Louise, it's up 60% today. I got my eye on it. I haven't bought it. I just can't. You got the AI meme up today, AI16Z, 26%. I know somebody was talking about this recently, getting a nice move back up today after some blood. Here's another reality of the situation. Look at Bitcoin dominance today. Bitcoin dominance is climbing up again and broke through this trend line. It could easily be heading to 60%. I wouldn't be surprised if it headed to 60% at or leading up to the inauguration for the future president. So that's something I'm keeping my eye on as well. Vlad wants to know, what is AI 6? It's a meme. It's a meme coin. That's it. Andrew says XRP is pumping hard. XRP is back above $2.50. Not pumping as hard as it was the other day, but XRP is certainly up. No doubt about it. We've got a lot of coins up here, double digits today. But if you look at the last 7 days, these coins were also bleeding very hard, generally speaking. Here's your top gainers. Oh, it's up to 265. So it is pumping hard. All of a sudden, XRP is moving. Very nice. Up 14% over the last 7 days. That's pretty good. So 14, 14, 13, your top 3 coins over the last 7 days. XDC. We did a video on XDC recently. And then more are down over the last 7 days. So don't be fooled. Yes, we were pumping, but still altcoins have had just general weakness. And that story is very simply told, guys, by your total. I'm gonna move these things. I'm gonna move these things around, or I'm gonna keep messing up and showing you guys the trees. I changed the mountains to the trees in my desktop. Maybe you've seen that. Just changing it up. But that's very obvious considering Bitcoin dominance has come up and our total market cap has climbed down. So clearly altcoins have been showing weakness lately. But again, these are gifts. These are buying opportunities, I believe. A lot of people are talking about, this is going to be a good time for ETH season. Well, look, we need Bitcoin to keep coming up, but we need Bitcoin dominance to keep falling, and we're not really seeing Bitcoin dominance falling yet. I think we're still coming up to that moment. Let's look at some of the liquidations here in the crypto market and kind of what's happened here over the last 24 hours. Yesterday was huge liquidations. $600 million worth of longs were liquidated yesterday. That is a big deal. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. I was getting distracted. But you look at yesterday and you say $600 million worth of longs were liquidated yesterday. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of fear yesterday. There was a lot of anticipation that perhaps we were coming down to the 85, 88K level. And look, I was not the only one talking about those levels, guys. And to be honest with you, just because we're pumping today does not mean that those are off the table. They could be. I was telling you guys yesterday that These were amazing buying opportunities. These were gifts. That's what I was preaching yesterday during my live stream. Every dip is a gift. You know, you think about Dogecoin, if it's going to go to $2, and yesterday it was basically at 30 cents. Now it's all the way up to 35 cents. XRP was at 250 yesterday. Now it's up to 265. You see a lot of these coins that were down, huge, pumping up 20, 30% today. That's what you get. Liquidations were wiped out. We're getting a move back up, but CPI, the reason for it is because of a light inflation data dealio. So Stokes risk appetite. What we're seeing is the treasury yields are actually coming down today. And I thought I had that somewhere. Is that here? Oh man, I wanted to show you guys this article. Yeah, there you go. Look at these treasury yields. They're down all of a sudden today. So as this PPI data came in regarding inflation, you know, treasury yields came down. And as the treasury yields come down, people start looking for the risk on plays like Bitcoin. That's just kind of how this thing works, guys. That's just kind of how this thing works. So you still got, you know, Fun Stress, Tom Lee told Squawk Box that Bitcoin could correct to $70,000. So Tom Lee is talking about $250,000 in 2025. But even Tom Lee was talking about 70K, which, you know, and I was talking about 70K. I was really looking at 85. But this is the danger of listening to, don't listen to Tom Lee on the ups. Like maybe Bitcoin doesn't go to 200K, right? I think it could. I think it can too. But, you know, like just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's going to happen. You want to go conservative under the predictions. And like the same thing goes in, and yeah, for like my $2 Doge, my $2 Crow, you got to get conservative, guys. You got to take profit on the way up. And if you're looking to buy the dip at 70K, you hear Tom Lee say Bitcoin could correct to 70K before going to 250 to 200,000. You got to be aware that like maybe it comes down to 71, maybe it comes down to 73, maybe it only comes down to 85, maybe it stops at 89. You know, these people, they don't have magic crystal balls like, you know, I do. I get a magic crystal ball now. Yes, rub the magic crystal ball. Shaved it clean again today. Very clean. No pricklies. Soft. Top of the head here. So we're feeling good though. I mean, guys, I'm at a moment of indecision because frankly, I'm tired of inflation conversations regarding Bitcoin. You have the fears that the rate cuts aren't coming, and then all of a sudden we got PPI come in, and then like you get the markets pump. Everybody's waiting. It kind of signals that everybody's waiting for an extremely bullish moment, to be honest with you. Any little bit of good news is going to send these markets flying. And that's what you kind of get at the turn of the new year, because turn of the new year, people are looking for a fresh investing strategy for 2025. And this is supposed to be that big bull market year. So any little bullish catalyst could turn into a huge bullish catalyst. Imagine a world where we do get the National Strategic Reserve actually approved, guys. It could be beautiful. It could be huge. This PPI data coming in was great. Let's see what CPI comes in as. But this is kind of the reason we're seeing Bitcoin, and the S&P was up earlier today. Now it's kind of back down. I do believe that there's a strong chance, to be honest with you, that we do see Bitcoin slip lower again. And wick, you know, kind of fill in this wick, guys. Fill in this wick. Kind of look at this, and you see this wick right here. It came back up, broke above 100K, and then rejection. One daily candle up, right back down. This candle happened, by the way, because of some Trump news. It happened because of some Trump. Maybe I should just start saying his name. I don't know. We'll test it out. But you know, like if we do come back up 100K, maybe that's the world where we see Bitcoin dominance come back up to 60%. We don't have to come back up to 60%. We really don't. And I'll tell you this, for Bitcoin dominance, you could argue that like, hey, rejection there. Maybe we're going to get the rejection here. Maybe altcoin season begins right now. Maybe we're going to get a rejection here for Bitcoin dominance, potentially. We had one kind of drawn out for, well, no, I mean, I don't think we did actually. We had one drawn out for this, but you got the total top. Now you got this previous wick on this resistance. This is probably the trend line. Maybe we are going to see an altcoin season off this level. Maybe we don't come back up to 60%. Honestly, I should have drawn that line. I should have seen that line. That feels pretty good to me. Perhaps Bitcoin dominance is going to come back down. But I'll tell you this, if Bitcoin does dip, then I would expect Bitcoin dominance to shoot up again. Okay, guys? So just please be aware of that. Please be aware of that. Waldo says afternoon Kip is the bottom in before inauguration. Waldo, I'll tell you what, I'm being honest with you guys. I'm at a moment of severe indecision regarding trades. I don't like the idea of a trade right now, but if you do and you want to trade or you're getting ready for a trade, and look, you could be getting ready for a trade. If we do hit 85, maybe you want to long it from there. Maybe you find resistance at 100K. You could trade for signing up for Blowfin up to a $5,000 deposit bonus when you sign up at a 10% discount on trading fees for life when you use our link. I pinned it in the comment section for you guys. I don't like the idea of a trade right this very moment. Like looking at Dogecoin, for example. I don't know. Yesterday we had a big wick to the downside. I was talking about how I could see more moves lower. Pepe coin, I did a video yesterday. I was like, yesterday I felt honestly decent about a short, but I still didn't love it because as you see, you kind of have this wick that comes down and tests this previous high from May. It's not really the best move. So if I had to, you had to force me to make a decision. I guess yesterday I would have made a short on Pepe, but it would have been a very low leverage short if I was going to do it. I didn't do it. I do not like this as trading opportunities right now. This really kind of broke down through looking through this. Waldo says, thank you, Kip. I'm demo trading on Blowfin right now. They give you 50K free money to learn. Oh, cool. Yeah. Fake money demo. Yeah. That's a good way to do it, Waldo. Honestly, are you winning? Are you losing? I'm very curious. Leverage trading's hard. You guys got to be careful. Use low leverage. That's I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice, but Bonifacio says Jim Cramer called the bottom yesterday. Oh, geez. Oh, man. Jeez. I don't know. I kind of lean bearish, but I don't love this opportunity for trades, right? This is not the trading zone, in my opinion. This is an accumulation zone. I don't think it's a trading zone. That's me personally. A lot of indecision. I don't have a clear direction as to where we're going, and I really don't have key support or resistance for anything in any meaningful way. It's a weird time for trading. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree with that? Let me know in the comments. Matt Crafter says, Kip, you are the biggest market maker in crypto. I don't know about that, Matt, but I'll take. Yesterday, I was saying we're coming lower, and it came up today. So, from yesterday to today, I woke up, I saw it up. I was like, oh, yesterday I was saying we're coming lower. And that's the truth. And you're going to get that here. You're going to get the truth from me. I don't know what's going to happen next. I get a vague idea of what's going to happen. I thought PPI would be not so good, and it turned out to be better than expected. So we're getting a pump. I think it's short-lived. That's my opinion. But I also am not surprised. I would never be surprised if Bitcoin continued to just explode back up because there's so many bullish catalysts for the year. Here you go. You have future President Trump could issue crypto executive orders on day one. This is the reality of the situation. Addressing crypto debanking, which, was a problem. The CFTC was pushing debanking on crypto companies. And bank accounting policy regarding crypto on January 20th. That is in 6 short days. So there's a real world where we could be pumping on the excitement of this. And this is kind of why we had a little bit of a boost back up yesterday after we hit 89. This news came out and it boosted it back up. And you wonder if the administration is trying to keep crypto afloat. You wonder, honestly, like, what if the administration, the Don saw, the price is falling. It's like, we're going to put out an announcement. We got to make it bullish again. We're going to say, day one, we're going to double doggy down. Okay. We're going to double down. We're putting out the orders. We're going to do it. It's going to be great. I got to tell you, it's going to be great. What if he did? What if he did? I don't know. Funny games from Washington. Whether they're people you like or don't like, everybody plays games. And this guy definitely likes to play games too. Gulf of America. Greenland into Trumpland. Wow. Originally, I wasn't really for it. I don't know. Whatever. Gulf of America, baby. Let's go. I think it's hilarious. The big news with the inflation, though, is it kind of affects what we've got going on with risk on assets, obviously, but in rate cuts. So what do we have going on with rate cuts now that we have this decision coming out? nothing has changed for January. We're not going to get a rate cut, most likely. March, we're looking at a 77% chance of, again, a pause, no rate cuts. In May, 60% chance of no rate cuts compared to a 30% chance of rate cuts. June, we're kind of closer to 50-50. Yeah. And what was interesting is in the article by CNBC, they were saying, reminding in the article, like, people are fearful of the Trump tariffs. I mean, I don't know. Should we be fearful of the tariffs? I don't know. I think that everything gets highly politicized with this guy, and we're just going to kind of have to see the results of it, to be honest with you, because there is a world where he's just saying things for negotiation tactics. And there's also a world where, I don't know. It's not a good idea. I don't know how it's going to happen. We're just going to have to wait for it to play out. But you've kind of got that impacting what's going on with rate cuts. And I think that was part of the fears too. But now the inflation data came back, and so we're excited. But I don't know why we're so excited today. I don't know, okay, PPI came in lower than expected. I mean, this data has not changed in any meaningful way. We're still not really going to get rate cuts. So I don't know why the treasuries came down so much. I am not by any means an expert when it comes to general economic whatever, right? Quantitative easing, quantitative tightening, rate cuts, measuring inflation. I'm not, I don't really care about that stuff. I've already opted out of the dollar. I've already put my net worth in crypto. I believe in Bitcoin, right? A dollar cost average strategy on Bitcoin till it goes to, Michael Saylor's 40 million target. Fine. Whatever. I think one day Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million. Maybe it doesn't go to 40 million, but I think one day it's going to go to $1 million. And I think that if you've been putting your money into Bitcoin for the last decade, you're much better off than if you were doing treasuries or bonds or whatever, the S&P, anything, honestly. And Michael Saylor understood that for a while now, and that's why his company continues to buy. And yesterday they bought the dip. $243 million worth of Bitcoin purchased from Michael Saylor's company yesterday. That's a pretty big deal. I don't know what this photo is. It's kind of funny. But during a presentation in Orlando, Saylor told executives to invest in Bitcoin instead of bonds, which he labeled as toxic. See, I didn't even read that yet. But again, bonds, I don't care about bonds. Bonds are toxic. Buying more. 2,530 tokens. For the 10th consecutive week, they've increased their Bitcoin holdings. Now they hold 450,000 Bitcoin. And the thing about this, if the U.S. government launches a national strategic reserve, they want to accumulate 1 million Bitcoin over a 5-year point in time. There's a real world where the company MicroStrategy owns more Bitcoin than the U.S. government. Unless something more aggressive comes along. Maybe it's going to be more than 1 million Bitcoin for the U.S. government. Maybe they're going to do it faster. I don't know. Maybe we're going to have some sort of financial race for the Bitcoin versus Russia and China and all the big countries. And it's something that I'm, keeping an eye on. If you guys want to trade, you want to trade some of this volatility, you can sign up for Blowfin. I'm not a fan of a trade right now. I'm not really loving any trades. Like I said, I lean a little bit of bearish just because of our kind of total market cap deal. I still want to see kind of more support here, but we don't have to do it. We got bullish things coming with the new president, the new policies coming into play. So I'm pretty excited about it, guys. Not a tremendous amount of news today, admittedly. There's really not a tremendous amount of news today. The PPI is the big thing. Very interesting. Nothing to do with crypto, but President Biden just announced a $770 one-time payment to California wildfire victims. That is wild. Oscar Ramos isn't a fan. Neither am I. Of that decision, $770. The people in Hawaii, they got $700 too. And then we're sending, I don't know, billions. What are we sending? Trillions across seas. We're at a weird time. I like Bitcoin over the dollar. The dollar's got weird games going on with it. Government does weird things with money. Other news in yesterday, somebody in the chat shouted out to me that the SEC just lost their case against Coinbase. And that's big news. And now you got a U.S. court demanding that the SEC explain itself for denying Coinbase's request for crypto-specific regulations. Isn't it crazy that we have them issuing huge attacks on this crypto atmosphere? The SEC has just been coming after crypto for years now, and they are failing to give crypto-specific regulations. They're enforcing regulations that don't exist. Gary Gensler stepping down. Get ready, guys. Everything's bullish leading into 2025. I feel good about the $3 trillion bounce, but it doesn't have to happen. Okay? What's going on? Hey, guys, play nice in the chat. BTC 1 million in 2030 guaranteed. Matt says nothing is guaranteed. I love that we're arguing over whether or not Bitcoin's hitting $1 million. One day it will. Hard to put a time on it. I did. I said his name. I said his name. I don't know. We'll see. Just play nice. Just play nice, guys. Cali more special than other states. I mean, California looks like it stinks to live in. I don't know. I mean, the weather's great, except for when there's fires and earthquakes. I don't know. I'm a Midwestern boy. I just got to be careful for tornadoes. But I'm not even really that worried about tornadoes. I don't understand the coastal folks. I like the beach, but I don't like hurricanes, and I certainly don't like fires. I'll go on vacation there, right? Vacation homes over on the beach, maybe. Rentals, perhaps. Crypto Keeper says, I feel there's some dark secret with our government to suppress crypto over the last years. There was, and I don't think it was even that secret. Crypto West in the chat, coming from X, says, if CDC dropped a lawsuit with the SEC after meeting with Trump, shows something bigger going on with CDC. The meeting might signal behind the scenes agreement or understanding if he plays a key role in shaping the crypto could be positioning himself as a key player. Well, it is. I agree with you. Yeah. No, I mean, and that's the whole thing, Crypto West. I mean, I think that it is very bullish. I think that the fact that, Crypto.com did drop their lawsuit with the SEC signals that they had a conversation behind closed doors with the future president. There's executive orders coming. Like, there's bullish policies coming. Yeah, the SEC is gone. And Department of Government Efficiency, we don't even know what they're going to do yet. So I'm ready for that. I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of exciting, guys. Yesterday, I was talking about the potential for Crocoin to break even below 12 cents and come to 10 cents. Again, if I'm right and we're going to have more downside and $3 trillion bounce, then yeah, I mean, I still see that happening today. No, because the PPI data, but I don't know. I'm so indecisive right now, guys. I'm just telling you the truth, because though it seems like Bitcoin dominance could reject here, Bitcoin dominance is telling me that crypto wants to pump. I think Bitcoin dominance looks like it wants to fall. I'm gonna walk you through my mindset right now. Bitcoin dominance looks like it wants to fall here potentially. And our total market cap looks like it wants to pump here. And Bitcoin looks like it had an amazing recovery after massive liquidations from 89K. You have Trump with the executive orders that could be coming. You have so many bullish things, but you also have the inflation problem, the Fed rate cut problem. And we didn't find any meaningful, strong support off 3 trillion yet. So I'm at a moment of indecision. Doge versus Bitcoin tells me as well that perhaps Bitcoin dominance wants to fall. But I could also see a world where like Dogecoin comes back down to this level, and maybe that's the move where Bitcoin comes up to 60%. If Bitcoin is going to come back up to this range, it's going to be because of executive orders, and then eventually I think we come back down. We need an altcoin season, guys. I still believe in altcoin season. Nothing's changed about altcoin season. It just hasn't come yet. Vlad is issuing guarantees over in the chat, and we got to be careful with guarantees. There's no guarantee that Bitcoin dominance falls. There's no guarantee. Look, what if the National Strategic Reserve gets approved? Bitcoin's going to pump. If Bitcoin starts ripping, I don't know. Maybe it is altcoin season. I can't tell you. I mean, I've been in crypto since 2016, and I couldn't even begin to tell you in the short term exactly what the play is. I'm waiting, honestly, at this point, I'm waiting for total market cap to break higher or find support at 3 trillion. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to break through 108, or I'm waiting for it to test at least 85K before I can have any kind of conviction as to the next move. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Cleary's Beef says, look, maybe, but I do believe that there's a strong chance that future President Trump is going to put out some executive orders. So, Peter says, next year, do you mean 2025? Shib didn't do its thing. Nothing did. I agree with you, Peter. We have not seen the thing yet. We're waiting on the thing. I think the thing is coming. Everyone always thinks the end of the world every time there's a 10% pullback on BTC, and they always say they knew it when it moons. And well, the reality of the situation is we have had 30% corrections in the past for Bitcoin many times, and we haven't seen that in a while. It could happen. It could happen. I'm telling you right now that I'm in an extreme moment of indecision. I'm extremely bullish on crypto in the midterm, in the long term, but in the short term, I lean bearish. And that's like I'm like 59% bearish in the short term, and I'm talking in the next like 6 days. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. Loretta says there hasn't been an altcoin season because banks and companies are buying BTC. They're not selling it for alts. That's why there's no alt season this time. I disagree with you, Loretta. I think there's going to be an alt season. I know that you're thinking that. I understand where you're thinking that. I could also say maybe you're right. Because you're going to have so much institutional money, the richest people in the world buying Bitcoin and not interested in Dogecoin or Pepe or whatever. But think of all the retail that's here with a bunch of crypto that when they start pumping, and we believe in altcoin season, and we do, we're going to see OG crypto holders, retail, start putting some of that cash into alts, probably. Peter says, I hate AI, but it's always spot on in predictions. Well, it's pretty decent. I got to be honest with you, Peter. It is pretty decent. Love right back at you, Vlad. Appreciate you. I did put out a poll in the chat, by the way. Did I miss any? Oh, did I miss any super chats? I don't think I did. People are feeling poor right now. Nobody's doing super chats. Nobody's gifting memberships right now because everybody's waiting on the big pump that hasn't happened yet. I know. I put out a poll and I asked you guys, and it's so funny. That's so funny. Do we think, 89 votes on the poll. The question I put in the chat is, do we fall back below 90K before Bitcoin, or for Bitcoin before February? 45% of you guys said yes, and 55% of you guys said no. Yep. Yeah, I think I would have voted yes, but I would have voted yes with not a ton of certainty. Vlad says 85K BTC pre-Feb. I can see that. Vlad also says wife changing profits. You know, I hear that line and I don't like it, to be honest with you, Vlad. I love my wife. I love my baby. And I'll tell you this. I kind of did make wife changing profits in the capacity of I made a big change in my wife's life. I retired my wife. So my wife went from a working mom to a not working mom. So if that's what you mean, I can get behind that. Otherwise, you know, it's nice to have a long-term partner, raise a family, all that. I don't know. Maybe you don't have a kiddo, but once you have a kiddo, I don't know. Crypto Keeper with a $9 super chat. Whoa, Crypto Keeper, appreciate you. Didn't even leave a comment, just sharing the love with a $10 super chat. Appreciate you, Crypto Keeper. Oh, that was somebody else. That's the first time you heard it. Yeah, isn't that funny? Oh, somebody else said it. Yeah. Matt Crafter says, I was kidding. I won't change my wife this market cycle. Appreciate the super chat. Mr. Chor says, I want to retire my wife as well. How much do you have to make in crypto to retire yourself and your wife? Well, that's a great question. You know, the crypto thing, that's personal. You know, some people feel like they might be able to do it with $500,000. Some people feel like they might be able to do it with $3 million. I think it's more of an income thing. No, I mean, and Matt, here's the truth. Like, I made good profits. It says it's a subtle way of asking his net worth. No, I'm not gonna tell you guys my net worth or whatever, but I make good money in crypto. But the reason we chose to have her step aside is because I'm making passive income now more so. And that is because of the crypto channel. That is because of, yes, some of the trades that I made and then what I've been able to do with that money. We're doing very well, but that's a personal thing. The big thing I think is passive income. Or, you know, it's not even that passive. Just my income has gotten better because of crypto, because of the channel, because, you know, YouTube ad revenue, they do pay pretty well. You know, the affiliate links help support the channel as well, like Blowfin. Those things do help as well. So, but I think the answer is if you were just going for like a straight net worth play and you needed a net worth, I think the answer is probably $2 or $3 million. If you didn't have income, like I think you could retire with $3 million, but I'm never going to retire. I'm going to keep working. Loretta says, I know some think that companies that pump BTC will also pump average investors BTC so that retail investors will sell their BTC for alts, but there is 100x the amount of coins this cycle to negate it. I don't understand that, to be honest with you. Oh, man, this chat. All right, guys. Actually, I have a very busy week. So tomorrow and then today I've got to go. I got a lot of driving around to do. Mr. Chor says, what do you think crypto.com is more developed? When can we use crypto.com as a bank to buy houses and cars? Ooh. I wonder if they go there. I don't know if that's what they mean by banking services. I'm going to put that for the next bull market. I don't think we're going to take it that far in this cycle. Did I see the update on the crypto.com app? Which one? Which one clears beef? Vlad for mod. Vlad, I've seen you around. You're almost there, brother. You're almost there. I do love you. Stocks betting. And so, oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Stocks betting. The stocks one's crazy. That's the biggest deal to me. The stocks is nuts. Pretty cool. Guys, do me a favor. Do me one favor. Tap the like button. Just tap it real quick. Subscribe if you haven't done so. I've got a lot of work to do today. I've got to go into the office again. And then tomorrow I got to drive out to a client far away. So I'll keep the content coming. Dogecoin video later today from me. And I don't know what else I'll do. We'll figure it out. But content's going to keep flowing, guys. That's all I got on this one. Shout out to the Crypto Keeper. Thank you for your super chat. Appreciate your love, my friend, my brother. Thanks to all you guys. Crypto Keeper says, I envy people like you, Kip. Been married twice. I guess I'm domestically challenged. However, the kids live with me. Hey, brother, everything happens for a reason. You got beautiful kiddos, I'm sure. Carpe diem. Everything happens for a reason, brother. Love to you, my friend. I'm just getting going, but I took my time, man, and I got a good one. I know that. I got a good one. You know, and I think the important part of our relationship is God too. I mean, that's personal. Hey, to each his own. I don't judge anybody for what their beliefs are or whatever, but that's one of the big things for us. Her more so than me. I'm still trying to match her on that level, and so you know, I'm a work in progress. We all are. That's the truth. So, blessings to you, brother. All right, guys. I got a jet. Office life. See you next time, y'all. Peace, guys.